Hi everyone, I'm Rosie and this is Flying Flusky.
And we can fly, you and me together. And we can fly, you and me forever.
If you're new here, welcome. My name is Rosie and I've been on Mounjaro for 9 months. I have hit my goal weight and I'm currently in maintenance. But more on that later. If you're not new here, hey stranger, I genuinely thought it had been like 2 months tops, but I've just looked back and realized that I am way behind. Let's have a catch up. First things first, let me tell you where I'm at with the medication. So, last time I spoke to you, I was on 5 milligram pen and I was splitting it into 2.5 doses throughout the week. I really liked doing that. It gave me much steadier results. It wasn't peaking and troughing, and I wasn't starving hungry by the time it came to my next jab. It was just kind of a nice constant. So then what happened is I hit my goal weight, or near as darn it. And so then I started moving those 2.5 milligram doses slightly further apart until I ended up taking just 2.5 every week. That was okay for a while, but then kind of like running into a wall, suddenly the food noise came screaming back to a point that I didn't realize that's what my brain used to sound like all the time. And it was a bit intense and it was a bit scary. And I don't think I was quite ready for it mentally. And so I have tweaked back up a little bit. So I'm now taking like 3.75 or so. So a 2.5 and then another half. That might seem crazy considering I'm now trying to maintain, but it's like they say your body will tell you when you need to go up to the next dose. And I think it was that point at which my body was going, you need to increase it, you need to increase it. And I did, but just to maintain my weight, not to lose anymore, because I am very happy with where I'm at right now. So I'm still on Mounjaro and I'm still kind of fiddling the dose to what I think I currently need. I am going to try and reduce it again because there is a point at which I will have to wean off, partly just for life. I can't be on this forever, and partly financially because I think my deal with Juniper is going to be ending and I can't afford to be on it without them. There is a bit of a deadline. Being that I am still on the Mounjaro, let's do a quick side effects check-in. How am I feeling and do I have any side effects? My two biggest regrets, or the things I am wistful for, are my boobs, which have gone south and they are much smaller. They are definitely rocks and socks because the only thing that fixes it is surgery. And that is not something I can financially stretch to. So I guess the only thing I can really do is buy some decent bras. And now that they are the size they're going to be, hopefully, I can invest in that. And the other thing is my hair. So I'm sure you remember I was talking about my hair. I was having real hair loss and I was hoping that that would slow down or stop. But honestly, it didn't. In December, I decided to get some minoxidil, which is the main ingredient in things like Regain or Rogaine, depending on where you are in the world. I'd read that the kind of serum that you can get, a lot of people struggle with that because it has alcohol in it and a lot of people have a reaction. So I was like, okay, did some research and discovered that the Hair and Me serum doesn't. So I thought I was on to a winner. Well, that came in late November, early December, and I was using it up until mid-January with no problems whatsoever. Was it about 10 days before we were due to go away to Zanzibar? My body decided, actually, no, you are allergic. And my face blew up. It started, I got some kind of dry skin on my ear, and then it was coming down, and all through the front of my ear and all down like the side of my neck. And then the next day, my face just went, and then psoriasis just all over my face. You couldn't really You could see some, and I will show you a little video I took of it. Um, but all around my eyes, I had psoriasis, and it was so painful. I had to cancel my birthday party and everything. I was feeling very sorry for myself. So I was, yeah, distraught that the only thing I thought that was going to help my hair, other than, all the vitamins I'm taking and everything, was no longer available to me. And I was just worried that this hair was going to be forever falling out. And I mean, it's bad. It's still thin. There's still way less of it than if you've watched my first lot of videos. I think it probably lost about 40% of my hair. Um, but the other day, I had a shower and was brushing my hair, and way less hair was coming out. And then I realized, so I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but there's some regrowth happening up here. Oh, I don't know. I saw it the other day. It's about the same length as the fringe. It looks like it was meant to be cut into the fringe, but it's not part of the fringe. So I think we've hit a milestone. I know it might sound vain to just be worried about what my hair looks like, but I think for a lot of women, hair is very important. I quite like my weird strawberry blonde hair. I think it's quite unique and fun. And I don't have £1,000 to buy a real hair wig. I mean, I've started using for work, like, because I can't do my old hairstyle because I don't have enough hair to cover the thing that I used to use to make my bun. Um, I've started using fake hair from China, like Sheen, like clip-in buns, or the wraparound buns that you put over your actual little bun. Um, but hopefully in 6 months I won't have to do that anymore. It was interesting on this latest trip to Zanzibar, comparing it to, say, the cruise that we went on in September, where I was really struggling to eat. And if I had a drink and ate, I was making myself a bit sick. But this time I was having coffee for breakfast, and then a few bits from the buffet for lunch and a few bits from the buffet for dinner, including dessert. I was definitely eating more. It was really hard to readjust my brain. In general, it's been quite hard to readjust my brain. I know I need to eat more calories because I'm no longer trying to lose weight. I am so terrified of just piling it all back on. I feel like the angel and the devil are screaming at each other every time I sit down to eat. And I never stopped enjoying food. So the fact I'm now able to eat the whole plate is both nice and scary. I'm living in like a world of duality right now. If you're enjoying this video, why not give it a thumbs up? Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. So I said goal weight a few times. Honestly, I didn't really know what it was. There was kind of an 8 stone kind of an aim, a size 8 and 8 stone idea. I went a little bit beyond that, not on purpose, but this is where I'm at. So let's have a look and do a proper weigh-in. I hopped on the scales yesterday, and I'm currently at 7 stone 8, which is 48 kilograms or 106 pounds. So that means I've lost up to 73 pounds. It is fluctuating between that and like 7 stone 11 some days. So yeah, between 70 and 73 pounds, which is around 40% of my body weight, which feels so crazy. Like I was almost carrying another whole me around. Like it's no wonder I was out of breath just walking down the road. It also means I've gone from a BMI of 35 down to 21, which is a much, much healthier BMI. Being on holiday and not experiencing chub rub and just being able to be in swimwear on a boat comfortably on a whole day boat trip was heaven. The only thing I've wanted for that long, remember? I also took some measurements. I know it sounds mad. I do still have a podgy belly. I think I always will have a podgy belly. It's just where the last bit of my body fat resides, and I don't think there's anything I can do about that. I can try and work on the core strength of the muscles underneath it, but that will always be a little reservoir of lady tub. I mean, it's designed to have a baby behind it, right? This is why we have it. So, what's next? I've always said that kind of round two of this journey was going to be toning up and getting fitter and blah, 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 blah when I got to my goal weight. And now I'm here. I'm just like, oh, have they not invented an injection to help with that side of things to make me want to get up and exercise and go out in the cold rain that we've had for the last 2 months? But no, that is just going to have to be me. And that is something I have to work on myself. The plan for me is to try coming back down to 2.5, but maybe slightly more often. I have to start weaning off again because my pen is 2.5. I think the easiest thing to do is to do 2.5 tomorrow because tomorrow's jab day, and then maybe 5 days later, and then I can start to try and move those further apart again. Like I said, it's really scary, like genuinely scary, and having this kind of double think thing all the time is slightly exhausting. Part of me was probably hoping that they'd come out with the lower dose pills quicker, so that I could just have a nice little pop a pill every day and never have to think about food all day, every day again. But I don't think that's coming for a little while. And even if it does, with the price hikes, I don't know if it would be affordable. I think trying to refocus on the food I actually am eating is the way forward, because yesterday I had ramen noodles and gyoza, and today I've had pizza, and that's not really protein and fiber forward. So I think I need to refocus on getting my, fruits and veggies and plenty of protein in, um, and not just filling a hunger void. So I think just trying to focus on eating good food when I am eating. And that doesn't necessarily mean low fat, because we all know that low fat means higher sugar. America just like flipped its food triangle, right? I will try and post a little more frequently than once every 4 months. I still don't think for maintenance it's worth posting every 2 weeks unless there's anything specific that happens or anything specific you guys want to follow up on. So I think I'll say maybe once a month I'll give you an update. What I do have is a quick interview with Carl, my husband, just asking him about what it's been like from his side. Because obviously you guys have heard all about my side effects and my mood disaster that was summer, and nearly pooping myself in front of one of my favorite travel journalists. But what was it like from his side? Like, how has he felt dealing with me and seeing my changes? So I'll pop that up maybe next week as a little bonus, because I think that would be quite fun, or I thought that would be quite fun. And maybe I can't remember even what he said. So maybe he has some wisdom to share with partners of yours that are worried about you or struggling to deal with it. We'll find out. So whatever you're up to, keep up the good work.
I see a light, and we can